So
don't
lift
want
it
to
high.
drag
That's it.
either way.
It's slide.
Through the water.
So, and
You're saying you slide through?
you slide through, you bring it up, you try to keep the paddle as close to the water as you can. You just come up and around like that. It's, two's like a nanosecond, but it's an important piece of the A-frame.
Paddles up.
So it's hard.
Take it away. 1, 2. Slow down. Slow down. 3, 4. Concentrating on straight paddles. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, this is actually better than I thought. This is actually better than I was going out. You'll see the videos. So, first rule of Dragon Boat, don't get me wet. The real first rule is stay together. So when you see this video, you're going to concentrate now on the form, back straight up and down, straight back, together. Now it's up. Take it away. 1, slow. 2, 3, together. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. I can see some of you have been paid. Your stroke is improved remarkably.
She hasn't even been to camp yet.
The dragon boating is not the opposite, correct stroke, but then you're using your torso and your lower legs. So when you pull back, you just have to kind of visualize it. When you pull back on the paddle, you're actually pushing with your outside leg. It's crazy that it's like you're going through a screen door as a kid. Your mom's got dinner and you're a little bit late. You go to the screen door and you come back. Because she's going to hit you with that boomerang. Go back and you're pushing with this outside leg. So really, that's important to learn from the very beginning. So let's try that. Your feet are in the good. I know it's funny with these chairs. So let's you four go forward with the forward stroke. That's position 1, and your stroke is this. Go ahead, hold on. And you're rotating. Is it okay if I touch you? Too late. Okay. Okay. And so your paddle's forward, and you rotate your body. Now, wait a minute, hold on. Now, when you come back, I want you to concentrate on pushing with that outside leg and come back and just sit up. When your paddle gets to your hip, together, all together. Come back. Let's wait for that. Come back. When your paddle gets to your hip, you pull it out like, you know, we're in St. Augustine, like, ta-da, I'm the Spanish guy. Right? You pull it out like you've got a sword coming out of the scabbard. Basically, pull it out. Watch there. Go ahead. Slow, slow, slow. She comes back, it gets to her hip, she pulls it out, and she's taking it, and basically, there was a lot of the paddle going right on the left. Go ahead, take it off. Okay. We call it the A-frame because basically, you can't see that back there, but basically she's like this almost the whole time. Not really.
But when you pull it out, the top of the paddle should not go above the shoulder of the person in front of you.
It's important it comes out of the water.
Turn around.
Okay. So watch. Here's the stroke.
And here, not here.
Right.
Then you're lifting it too far out. We have to keep it as
Right at
close
the
to
shoulder
water.
blade.
To the shoulder blade.
We'll get to the
That's flat
details,
out.
but that's the basic. All right, good. Yeah. So the important thing is rotate forward, and as you come back, think of your mom is going to beat you for being late for dinner. Come back and push off with that outside leg. It's just basically this motion. Okay? Good, good. Okay, so we're going to paddle together, which is the first rule of dragon boating is paddle together. We can all have slightly different strokes, and that's how it is. The one thing that kills the speed of the boat is if you're paddling at one speed, she's paddling another, and she's at another. And it's very frequently done. You'll see it even with racing teams where somebody's out of stroke. What that does is it eliminates your power, and I don't know what happens. She's the passenger at that point. So paddling, so paddling together has been another secret that we've done over the years. We work on our technique, and sometimes technique overcomes age. which is really good. Again, I love to beat those young guys, just love it. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna do 10 strokes very slowly. Dragon boat language is paddles up means listen up. It's like what you think the coach might say. Getting ready for a command. Paddles up. You're in the position, and then take her away. So that's 3 things to know. So listen up. Yes.
So when Geri goes in, she goes in not like that.
Yeah, you never enter. If I
You told me going straight.
right. So what you need to do is enter at the right angle, but then the blade immediately, as she plunges in the water, the blade comes back like this. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. Paddles up. 10 strokes. Take her easy. 1, slow. 2, listen for the cadence. 3, girls in front, listen. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Everybody feel comfortable with that?
For the new people, did you mention the Pacers?
Huh?
For the new people, did you mention the Pacers?
All right, so you basically got the stroke. The other thing is, remember to keep your arms fairly stiff. You don't want to pull the paddle back like this. You want to use your leg and your body to pull the paddle back. As to positions of the boat, we have the strokers in front. Basically, you are now meatheads, engine room. I know. And then the afterburners are rockets.
Can you spell that for me, please? How do you spell meat?
Meatheads like M-E-A-T hyphen head.
Yeah, that's fine for me.
Now, what happens in the dragon boat? How do we stay together? Okay, there's
Is
two.
it or is not? It's not.
How do we stay together in the dragon boat? Listen up, please.
Pay attention.
You pay attention, and who are you watching? You're watching the strokers. In our world, you think the person beating the drum is setting the pace? Absolutely wrong. The people who are on the front 1 or 2 rows in some cases are setting the pace. They're called the strokers or the pacers. We call them the strokers. So how you get the cadence is you watch them. You're saying, man, I can't even see them. In the water, you'll see their hands. You can see their body movement. And you can also kind of look down at an angle and you can see, maybe you can see her and you can see her, but you'll be able to see them, okay? If you can't see them, go back to rule number 1. What's that? What?
Stay together.
Right, go back to rule number 1. If you can't see them, stay together with the person in front of you and making sure that you're paddling together. You should be able to see them. And it's really, in a 20-person boat, it's really hard back there, but you can do it. All right, here we go. And so, yeah, well, I'm sorry. And their challenge is that they stay together side to side. So when you're up front, you're kind of looking forward, but you're also looking to the side. So you have to stay together with them, but you also have to stay together through seat mating. A lot to learn, isn't there? So it's visuals and audible, visual, physical. Here we go. Listen up. Paddles up. 10 strokes, nice and easy. Ready? Go. 1, slow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not coming after you. Don't drop your hand. If you were in the water, you paddle. I said, don't drop this hand. Just come back right off. All right, here we go. 10 more. Ready? Thumbs up. Take it away. 1, 2, good. 3, 4, rotation. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Very good. You guys are officially dragon boaters now. All right. Make sure you know what row you're in. 3. Go. Oops. Row 3. If you're in row 3, you should be paddling. If you're not in row 3, you should not. Together. Look at your form. Come on. Rotate your body. Look at your form.
Five,
5, go. Nice and slow, together now. Make sure you're watching each other. Out of the corner of your eye, watching each other. Watching each other, corner of your eye. You don't have to look at it. If you look at it, we're going to crash. Meatheads, I want you to come in and be the strokers and rows 1 and 2 or 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead. Who you on? What row?
20.
Okay, give a row. Try again.
Meatheads are coming in.
What row?
6.
6. Row 6. Ready to go. Row 6, go. You have to do at least 10 rows and then call a row of your choice. Together. Concentrate on that form. Concentrate on that. 2, go. See, they think they're 2. They're actually row 1, even though you're sitting in seat 2. Okay, sorry.
I was thinking it was 2. We wanted to
The stroke is rotating forward, and actually your arms are fairly straight and using that leg to go back. That's called choo-choo. It looks like a trade. So yeah, come back, keep this arm straight. We have a thing called the condenser. It's a plastic bottle we put over your elbow, and when you go to do like this, it goes. So just think about that, like you had a brace on your arm. Come back by using your body. You don't really, you bend it, but you don't really. Okay, I'm sorry. Start again. You still get 10 because you didn't do it. This is row 2, not to be confused with seat 2. Row 2, ready? 10 stroke. Go! Whoa! Is there something I said? Get this arm straight and rotate your body.
Yeah, don't do that.
There it is. And then you put a seat column on the road on the corner. Who is it?
5.
5. Must be something about you new people. Okay. Make sure your hands wrapped around your lower hands wrapped around. And by the way, when I'm talking, make sure you're looking at your teeth. Lots of concentrate on. Good. Good. Push off with that outside leg. You want to keep both legs forward though. Yeah. Roll forward. Hey, Geri. Jump out and jump in and help. Jump out. Jump in. I want you to help correct me.
7.
7, go! Good, good form, ladies. You win the beautiful paddler award. After you do 10, 8.
Yes.
8, go, 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 go. You see any rotation back there? You see choo-choo arms? 5. That was quick. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. They just love you new guys.
Yeah, they're really picking on them. Okay.
Did you ever go yet?
I know, it's a little different. Next chairs.
Seat 1, ready, go! Just because they got that slow, slow. I'm looking for form, not speed, because the torch isn't going to move, okay? There we go. Make sure that you don't bring your paddle way the hell out of the water. Keep this hand up. There you go. Think about your upper hand as you come back. It can't go higher than the shoulder blade of the imaginary person in front of you, okay? Like there's a counter, and your hand is actually going along the counter, like you're getting a cat off the counter or you're swiping your kid. You come back and you actually swipe it. There you go. Don't let it sit down. See what time. Keep going. Amy, you got this? We'll embarrass you on video. So there you go. Yep, yep, yep. Much better. And push with that nut. That's good. All right, very good. Thank you. Good. Good job. Good. Much better, Bill. Take it down. Don't drop it. Good. Together. Make sure you're watching up front. I know it's a lot to take in. So watching. Make sure the person next to you, you got to glance a little bit to the side and watch the seatmate. Your paddle should be just going, every time you paddle, you're almost like there's a spring between you and the other paddle. even though they're a row away. That's one reason we do this, because you're used to seeing the person right in front of you. This makes you
Slower.
ready, switch. That's right. You didn't paddle before. You want. Good. Make sure that you're all out of sync. Make sure that you're together. Though you guys would lead the pack, you're the stroke. So if you're out of sync, everybody's out of sync. At least they are. All right, let's go back to the 18. So ready, switch.
Slow.
Yeah, we just slow down. Guys in front, you got Bill and Doc. Bill and Doc. Doc, Bill. Slow down. Good time. Here we come. We're going to go to a different scenario. So row 2 only. Ready? Row 2 only. Switch. Together. Slow, slow, slow. Slow down. Slow down. This dock will not move, I promise you. Slow. Together. Row 3. Ready? Switch. Together. Good. Row 7. Ready? Switch. Good. Row 8. Ready? Switch. Good guys. Row 4. Ready? Switch. Oh shit, they called on me, that's right. Yep.
Try to keep your paddle as straight as you can coming back. But don't bend your butt and or don't bend your elbow. Put both legs forward, just like you're in the boat.
There you go, that'll help you. All right, that's good. What we were working on there is when you're in the boat especially, that's good. When you're in the boat and your feet are forward, and we have another drill for this, your hips rotate. So in addition to the secret sauce of using the big muscles to push the boat forward, you're using your legs way bigger than your arms. In fact, we have an award for people who arm paddle. It's a Tyrannosaurus Rex, you ever seen one? The little baby arms? We give that to people. So when you're using this big muscle, the other secret is when you're pushing back, if you push back properly, your hips are actually rotating on the boat. For a world champion that I know, nothing says love between a man and a woman when you're putting the sab on that butt. It's actually rotating. It's got now a big blister because she's been competing against the Chinese. Yeah. So, I mean, if you really do this to an extreme sport, you're going to have a callus on your butt, which is not that attractive except to a dragon boat coach. So you're actually rotating your hips. As you push off with that leg, you're rotating the hips back. So put your paddles across the chair. What I want to do here is I want to practice rotating your hips. This will be interesting for you knee hips. So the first thing that we're going to do is go forward. So how would you do a forward hip rotation?
Oh, look, we got a steerer.
Hey! You probably swam from the house, right?
Yeah, it was short.
So when you do the hip rotation and you're going through your stroke, what happens? You push that hip forward by simply rotating your body. You simply rotate your body. So I'm going to say forward and then back. And what I'm looking for is the forward hip rotation, and then obviously when you come back, we're back. Okay? Ready? Forward. You can put your paddles across your lap or whatever's getting on your way. Put your paddles across your lap. Do not do that. Forward. Everybody forward. Sit straight up. Now back. Forward. Now back. Take your paddle. Forward. You got a hip rotation. Your body's rotating. Your hip. There you go. Back. Good. Forward. Back. Now, when you go forward, that's good. When you come back, I want to see those thigh muscles tighten. When we do this in the summer and you're wearing shorts, coaching secrets. What I look for is those big muscles flexing. By the end of the summer, we've got some frog leg type muscles going. And that's the secret, is you need these big muscles. So forward, big muscles, but back. Forward, now push back, back. That's it. Forward, now push back. Rotate the hip, not the bottom. You want to see this. Imagine these guys with hula skirts. Forward, that's it. Now push back. There you go. Forward, you want to get splinters in your keister and back. Forward and back. Good, good, good. Forward and back. Good. Okay, so does that make sense, what I'm saying? I just noticed, Lisa, too, on the boat, not on these plastic chairs, but on the boat, you actually would be sitting kind of on the edge of the seat a little bit, and that'll help you with the rotation. Less contact with the keister is good.
Do you have a size for short leg and longer
We do,
legs?
and we actually, that's a good question. What about if my legs are short and I can't, I think you'll be able to figure that out. Jerry can show you a foot, whose paddle have I got? Jerry can show you a foot block that she uses sometimes. Every one of these boats is built to a spec, but guess what? They're all different. So as you get in, even our two boats are different. When you get in one boat, you'll find, oh, this fits good. You get in the green boat, it's like, man, this doesn't work right. So she'll show you a way to block the forward foot with the other foot so you can get that rotation. Some people also use yoga blocks. You know what those are? The yoga blocks? Some people bring along yoga blocks and put them on the floor to use that as a push-up. Other people that are rednecks like me just take old bumpers that they find on the beach and throw them in and use it. So there's a lot of, we can help you with that. Okay, we good? One of them, besides getting red and paddle, is when you enter, we call that the catch. And to your point, the catch is about a 60-degree angle. Think about it, when y'all were kids, did you have like a little mail slot in the door in the front half of the house? The little mail slot where the postman would, back in the day, would come by and he actually would deliver mail. He would put that in, the dog's on the other side trying to show him. Yeah, so think about the paddles going in like almost going through that postal slot. It's at a 60-degree angle, okay? So it's going through, and the very tip of it now enters the water, and almost immediately a down pressure, because you're pulling back, a down pressure occurs. Here's the water, a down pressure is occurring, and the water is starting to be pushed back like this, and the paddle is coming straight, and as you push it back, hopefully straight, this is the most efficient angle for the paddle. I understand you can't really do this, but you're going to be pretty close. Now, why is that important? Because you're creating like a wave of pressure. This is the most efficient. If your paddle is like this, what happens? Water shoots right by it. If your paddle is like this, water shoots by it. If it's like this, it for sure shoots by it. And if it's like this, God help us all, because we're going to sink. It goes over the top. So it's in, that's called the catch. The pull, which is the power part of the stroke. And then, of course, what would you guess the last part is? Get the hell out. No, it's called exit. So catch, pull, exit. And when you exit, again, this is it seems like a short stroke, I understand that. But if it's done properly, it's really not. It's got a full power range from here to your hip. And after this, what happens?
You lose it.
Water starts shooting over the paddle. So that's why we pull it out at the hip. We don't want it to go further than this, because if it does, the boat's moving forward, water starts shooting over it, it slows the boat down. So all these little things matter. So the catch, pull, exit. Catch, pull, exit. Simple, right? Let's do the 3 strokes, all right? And it's called position. So we're going to start with, oddly enough, position number 3, which is the exit. So position 3. Position 3. So now you've exited, right? Now you're going to come back from 3, bring your hand down like you'd be dragging the water. So very good. Just relax. 3, okay. Now go slowly to position 1. Go all the way to 1. You bypass 2, and 2 hates this. All right, so 1, 2, go to position 2. 2 is where your paddle angle, this is where we're talking about the paddle angle as true as you can make it. You should be more like this. There you go. It's almost the A-frame
your arm, your lower arm is slightly bent, and the thing is your paddle blade needs to be up. If it's like this, you're going that way. So you want it as much as you can be this way. That's 2.
You should go from 3 to 2 to 1, not 1 to 2. It's really difficult to do.
And where was I? In 3. Okay. So now we're going to go backwards. Let's go to 3 to 2. Rotate to 2. Make sure you rotate. And now rotate hard to 1. Good. Let's start at 3 again. So go back to 3, 2, 1. If you really want to help out, please start. 3, 2, walk up. Okay, 3, 2. Yeah, so you want to be here. Even though it's 2, you still want to imagine your paddle still go up. If your paddle blades are like this side of the boat's pushing it this way, and this side of the boat's pushing here. When you canoe or kayak, if you do this, the boat's going that way, right? So it's really bad if both people, if both people in that row have their paddles like this, that position, and you're trying to go forward, the boat actually is trying to push left and right, and it cancels the speed. Another secret about our team, we work really hard on technique. I mean really hard, but we win or lose by hundredths. It's crazy to me. Hundredths of a second. And sometimes hundredths of a second is either a mental lapse by somebody that just forgot where they were and where are we today? Oh yeah, we're in the villages where, or their stroke isn't exactly in sync with the other person, or a row is going like this. All those things equal hundredths of a second, which equals either winning or losing. That's how close these races are. It's amazing. They're over 250, 500, sometimes 2,000 meters. Not tomorrow.
Okay, thanks, Gary.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Position 2,
Yeah.
you want your hand with the inside shoulder of the person?
Yeah, by the person's shoulder blade. Yeah. It's a little hard for you guys. Okay? Are we ready?
You keep it then even.
3, let's go to 3. 3. Slowly to 2.
Okay, so which shoulder blade should the hand be by?
Oh, it would be the outside.
The outside shoulder blade.
Right. 2 and 1.
Would it help if I sit in front of you?
Yeah. Help the meatheads. In fact, you know what? Here's a way to help the meatheads. Guess what? You're out. You go over here.
Outside or inside shoulder?
Hold on, I'm going to bring you back here. Hold on, switch to 2. Switch back here.
Let's switch.
We failed the face.
The outside shoulder. Okay.
No copy yet.
Well,
Here we go. 3, 2. Now, let's look at what shoulder blade is I talking about? It's the outs. It's the inside shoulder blade. Okay.
Yeah, but it's 3 taller.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
All right.
Right.
So it's easier when you drive. Okay, and where are we? 1. 1. So look at the more experienced paddlers in front of you. Okay. Now, don't lean outside the boat.
hand in
All
hand
right,
out.
3,
Just the hands out.
2.
You get it.
Looking to paddle straight up and down as much as you can. As much as you can. You probably are going to break it. And 1. Yeah. Back to 3, 2, 1. 10 strokes. Ready? Take it away. 1, 2, 3. Come on, use everything we just learned. 4, 5, 6, 7. Together, 8, 9, 10. I'm just having your help, and you guys are going to work. It's okay, hands off. Ready? 10 more. Ready? Now, look. Take it away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
It just makes practice. And it'll become, like when you get in the boat, when you get in your car, you sit down. I hope you do this. You adjust your ears, you get your seatbelt on, you kind of look around at your objects, and then you start the car. I hope you do. I don't, but I hope you do. And so when you get into dragon mode, it's the same kind of thing. You sit down. We have a thing called hips against the boat. So you sit down, you place your feet forward, and you put your hip against the side of the boat. It's a little bit off. Your body is over on the side of the boat. So then you can rotate without having to go like this, and also it makes the boat get stable. So just think about the things that we're doing, just kind of lock them in your memory. After a while, when you get in the boat, you'll find your body's doing it. You don't have to think about it. You're just sitting down, and like the meatheads, they know where to go. It's like a horse going back to the stable. They just get in the middle of the boat. They know what they're going to do. Right.
I have a comment with regard to that, for new people especially, but I do this myself. You get out of sync, people give you all these instructions, you listen to them, you file them away. You can't possibly correct everything at once. So it's personal to the individual, but pick out a certain sequence. And like for me, my first thing is, am I in sync? And number two is, am I getting this hand with the elbow straight? Am I getting it way up high? Number three is, am I reaching and rotating? And number four is, am I pushing? And if I get those things down, those are kind of my anchors. And then I get back into when I did this, they told me that was a good stroke. But try not to get overwhelmed with doing everything at once.
What we do during practice quite frequently is ask you to pick out the one thing you're working on. Unfortunately, we couldn't do the one-on-one with Geri today, but on the one-on-one, she'll help you determine what's the thing you need to work on. Maybe your greater rotation, but your paddle's not going in all the way. So that would be the one thing. And frequently during practice, we'll ask you, what are you working on? What are you working on? And you'll have an individual thing to use. So that's a good point. I know this is a lot of information in a short period of time. So the first thing is I want you to turn to the person that you were a seatmate with, shake their hand and say good practice. Good practice.
Good practice. You did so well.
All right, the next thing is from the front to the back, I want row number one to say what is that one thing that you're going to work on. So go ahead.
Rotation.
Big, loud, everybody should hear this. Rotation and...
Rotation.
Huh.
Jeez, rotation.
Straight top.
Okay.
Rotation and reach. Yeah.
Rotation. It doesn't have to be all the same, okay?
Rotation.
Catch.
Catch. Thank you for something different. Yes.
Rotation.
Okay.
Sitting in the real boat in the water.
Staying in the boat.
Staying in the boat. There you go.
Okay. Go ahead.
Everything. Yeah, it's reach.
It's reach for you. Yeah.
Keeping my head straight when I rotate.
Yeah, and that's interesting. She Lisa's one of our very best paddlers, and even somebody I live with, the very best paddlers will have something that they're working on. The difference between a real athlete and a wannabe athlete is, it's in here. So when they sit down, they're not talking about it, they're doing it. They're working on that, not weakness, but a thing they need to improve. That's very good that you said that, because that's the only thing that I see besides people like this on the deck. She's not like that in the water, but she tends to kind of look around like a seagull.
I do.
That's good.
You're right.
Pushing off. When you rotate, you push off.
Yeah, leg drop.
Leg
drop. Amy.
I didn't get to practice today, so, but yeah, I think staying in sync is always my first thing.
Yeah.
Catch.
Leg drive. Leg drive.
The exit, pulling it out.
Yeah. And that's important because if your paddle was lengthening out and was dragging the water, aka breaking the boat, aka you're slowing down.
Hey, the exit.
Learning to steer. Balance. Toby came in late. Toby is one of the founding members of our club, and he's the other guy that we're teaching to steer, which is kind of interesting because both he and Stella get right in and they know what to do. I mean, they understand boats. If you do this, the boat goes that way kind of thing. So we're grateful for you being here. He's also a guy who's a neighbor. Yes.
One thing I didn't hear you say that I had a problem with when I first started is don't keep looking at your paddle. Look straight ahead.
Yeah.
Look at the
Yeah, we've all seen the fish, so there's no reason to look back. There's a lot of things that it's just a development thing. It's okay to watch YouTube and see the strokes, but don't get hung up because there's a million different techniques that you'll see. Okay. Everybody in there.
Punch each other.
So what is the first rule of dragon boating?
stay together.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. Stay together.